What's up, Swig Squad? Tea with the Diva here. And I just wanted to do a short recap on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So they still on a trip, their girls trip, the Melody Cherie way. Stormi starts it off by asking Melody if she felt bad for what her fans do to other people. Melody said that when she signed up for this, she figured that it would come with a couple haters, a couple fans. She didn't know which way it would go and how it would be, but she signed up for it. And Stormi said that I had a customer. What y'all don't know is I had one of her fans come to my company, my business, and she started to try to gain entrance. And because I was cussing and hollering at her, she recorded my reaction and was able to get a PPO out on me and get a warrant for my arrest. And do you agree with that? So Kimmy chimed in and said, sometimes the absence makes the situation worse because it makes it seem like as if you are agreeing with this type of behavior. And if you would just say that you don't agree with it, that could go a long ways. Well, Mel not saying nothing during all of this. I think Tricia kind of chimed in and said that, yeah, that would be a good idea. But Mel pretty much said that she didn't have nothing to do with that. She can't control other people's actions. And she also said that she didn't believe that Stormi told the whole story. And I don't believe she did either. And she also said that if someone came to her place of business and was trying to bogart or debo their way, would like break in, trespass, that she would just pick up the phone and call 911. You wouldn't be able to get her out of pocket for doing that. Like, she's not cussing at you. She's not hollering at you. She's just going to make sure that the authorities are involved, which Stormi could have done just that. But of course, Stormi cussed the girl out and did all kind of other stuff. So Stormi gets a little angry. I wouldn't say angry. I guess a little testy because she wanted to hear Mel say, no, I don't agree with them. And I don't agree with that. And she didn't. She just sat there quiet. So then they got on Tricia. Stormi said, Tricia, you told me that Martell had never been to your house when I brought it to you. Tricia admitted that she had lied and that Martell she had been to Martell's house. And she said that she didn't want to admit it and get the attention that she didn't want because nothing happened between them. So she didn't feel like it should have garnered any attention because nothing happened. But the fact that it happened and you said it didn't, what else are you lying about? So anyway, Stormi said, well, when we were at the gym, and I clearly told you what he said, and I asked you about it, you told me flat out no. And Tricia kind of, backpedaled and pussy popped, was just talking about how she reiterated that she didn't want people to know or people to think a certain way about her. But Tricia, right now, people think you're just a liar, sweetheart, because it's nothing wrong with just telling the truth. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. Y'all didn't do nothing. He said y'all didn't do anything, but you are as much of a liar as he is and as much of a cheat as he is, and people don't believe him. You aren't credible either. Like, we're not able to 100% believe what you say at this point because you are liable to lie about nothing initially, because when she brought it to you, it was nothing for you to just say, yeah, we did. He was supposed to come over my house so I could train him. And it just wasn't nothing. Like, he just came, I went over there and we trained or we didn't train or whatever the case was. But anyway, the show went on. Kimmy and Tisha were, well, before that, Tricia and Stormi ended up announcing that they were leaving. They had other engagements, things that they had already committed to before the trip was planned. So they had to leave earlier than the other girls would have to leave. So they said bye to all the other girls except Melody. So Tisha and Kimmy are in the jacuzzi, and Mel comes out and greets them. Like, I figured y'all would be out here. I knew y'all was going to be in here or whatever. And they inform her that Tricia and Stormi had decided to cut out early because they had, prior engagements. And she said, well, the people that left should have left, and they couldn't even say, like, thanks for the trip. Was it really that bad? And Kimmy and Tisha both said no. She did a good job on the trip. They really enjoyed themselves. Everything that she had planned for them was a good look, and they enjoyed it, and they had a good time and everything. So she said that, it's cool that they're not here. I'm just happy that, we are able to have a good time. So Tisha asked her, did you feel away when Tricia went on and admitted that she had gone to Martell's house? And Mel was like, no. I mean, he a hoe. He's a hoe. That's why he got divorced, because of that's who he is, and that's who he's going to be. So she was like, no, I don't feel away. I don't feel away at all. I don't even know that young lady, and I don't have anything against her, none whatsoever, because that was after me. So, they're conversing or whatever. They continue to converse. Mel lets them know that she has a boat ride planned for the last day of them being there. They all getting ready to go on the boat. It was a really nice boat. They all looked real cute. They all had on really nice dresses and wraps, and I love the colors and everything. It was beautiful. They said that the weather was beautiful and the scene was just so nice for what she had planned. So on the boat, they had a couple of conversations. Mel was talking to the girls about, them not just saying thank you for the trip, and that she didn't want to be around any negative energy, and she didn't want to be bothered, so she was happy that they had gone. And they was taking pictures and laughing and joking. Nell ended up asking Sunny if she was going to have children. And Sunny said, well, I'm in my second round of IVF, and we are trying. And Sunny was talking about how awkward it was to discuss that in front of his ex. And then they cut to Destiny's confessional, and she talked about how funny it was to mention, to hear his, for my ex and his new wife, to me be having to sit here and listen to her talk about the baby that they're gonna have when he plans to have kids with me. So she said it was weird for her. She was a little uncomfortable. Sunny did go ahead and explain herself. And, they were just discussing that back and forth or whatnot. After that, Mel had asked everybody to describe the trip in one word. And, somebody said grateful, somebody said growthful, somebody said something else, but Destiny said a lot. And although that's actually 2 words, she felt like it was a lot because of Sunny being there. And I'm just like feeling like Destiny at this point, like this man was only your boyfriend and y'all were long distance. Can we please stop acting like he was your husband? I know that there's love there and that you did pour your feelings into him and you wanted it to work. But I don't want you to keep walking around acting like y'all was married for 15 years. And she talking about your ex that you was with for 15 years. Even though off and on y'all were together or friends for that long, y'all weren't together. She just said a lot. And I'm sure that, of course, that had a lot to do with Sunny. The men are doing an activity with the bows and arrows, and they shooting the arrows and whatnot. Somebody, Marceau, brings up his instigating ass. He brings up how Martell slid in Tricia's DMs and Tricia's man is there. And Martell, like, that was just nothing to me. Like, okay, it wasn't nothing. I didn't do nothing. So she looked different then. She didn't look the same that she looked now. And Tricia's new boyfriend slash fiance slash side dude slash not her husband yet slash she already got a husband, whatever. But he said that, he don't care. I don't care about none of that because it was before she was with me. So I don't care about any of that. That's none of my business. That was before me, and I got her now, and we good. And Courtney said he couldn't have did it. He said he couldn't have messed around with nobody like that. Martell is the type of guy that I feel like should stay single. You have men that cheated, and you have cheaters. When I meet somebody, and no matter what capacity it's in, if it's my family, if it's a guy that I met, a baby daddy, a friend, a ex, or whoever it is, once I realize that they are a cheater, I let them know, like, you should just be by yourself because you're going to constantly break women's hearts. You're going to constantly have women crying because you aren't going to be able to do the straight and narrow, because cheating is not about somebody looking good or you missing something at home, or men cheat and they home can be perfectly fine. They are still going to cheat, and that has more to do with their personal egos, nothing to do with the woman at all. So when I meet a guy that is a cheater rather than have cheated, I really strongly advise him to be by himself, because you always gonna have to soak up tears and have somebody who is on the other end of your phone crying about something that you did to them. And I mean, hey, it can go all the way to, because women are not laying down and just taking this and you cheated on me, so I'm just gonna leave. They are causing bodily harm to dudes as revenge for them, tearing their heart apart. Marceau's still instigating. He's such an instigator. He instigating about the whole Tricia and Martell debacle. Like I said, Ken said that he was good on that. He don't even care about what they had. He feels like she is his girl now. She is faithful to him now, and she don't want to be with nobody else. So he's going to wait on that divorce. And once they divorce, he'll be right there. And I mean, I could see that. I mean, he respects the woman. He loves her. He wants to be with her. So he's not going to let something that a lot of strangers think and say about his relationship run his relationship or make his relationship decisions for him. It was actually overall a good episode. I think that Mel may have, even if she didn't agree with Stormi, I wish that she would have at least said, I don't agree with anybody coming to destroy anybody's business or anybody's workplace, disturbing them in their workplace, on their workplace, or in the vicinity of their workplace. I really don't agree with anybody doing that and attaching their name and their presence to me, saying that they're a millimeter. I really wouldn't want them to do that. Go ahead with that negative behavior and then spray my name on the walls to try to just call me out, even though individuals have their own mind and they're going to do what they want to do. So I just wish that she could have said something to that effect, just to, even if she can say something to help her fans pipe down, just to voice that she does not agree with that type of behavior and she's not going to champion that. I think that kind of would have slowed them down some, because a lot of these fans and these crews and the Beehive and the Hotties and the whoever, whatever group, anybody, the Swifties, the Taylor Swift people, like, I think that once they, hear the star talk or speak or give an opinion about what she wants or what she accepts and doesn't accept, that it does make them pipe down a little. It does. The Barbs. Nicki Minaj is the Barbs. And it does something. It really does. So I just wish that she could have made just somewhat of a statement about just clearing that part up. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree for somebody to come to your place of business and try to bother you intentionally. So no, she can't control what people do. But I believe that had she said, no, I don't agree with them, and I don't think they should have done that, I think that would have went a long way. But that was it for the episode. I had just kind of summed it up, because they still on that trip and stuff like that. So they kind of just having conversations, about different things, clearing different things up. They deciding to go their separate ways, or different people are deciding to strengthen the friendships that are already existing or whatnot for that. So that was it for Love and Marriage. Thank you for my new subscribers. Welcome to the Swig Squad. I appreciate you all. Thank you to my existing subscriber. Continue to like, comment, share, subscribe. And thank you all. I will holler at y'all later. Tea with the Diva.